Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tater TWAB for April 28th, 2022. We're here with Cookie.
Hello.
And we're going to read through the TWAB.
Jawohl.
Potato style, right? Well, Cookie's got
Potato
hot
style.
soup today. I had a salad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I shaved about a year or two off my lifespan.
I technically did have tater tots this morning when I had a snack of them, the ones that were left over. I had a snack of them this morning at about 12:30 this morning because I was starving. Before I went to bed. Not the most ideal thing, but it was well worth it at the time. Absolutely. All right, Cook, you ready to do this?
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
This week at Bungie for 28/2022 by Hippie. This week at Bungie, we've been heads down making sure season 17 is poised to rock and roll. And recovering from that whopper of a TWAB last week. All 9,000 words of it. Not gonna lie, I really struggled writing this, only because the previous one by DMG dropped lots of solid info about sandbox changes, weapon tweaks, and more. This TWAB will be less extensive, but we hope you enjoy what we've got lined up to talk about this week. That, and we still have a few surprises up our proverbial sleeve. When did I never? But we want to keep some aspects of what is next under wraps. We don't want to ruin the surprise after all. This week, we're talking about the return of our yearly tradition, which is Guardian Games. Frickin' each year, Warlocks, Hunters, and Titans go head-to-head to prove who is the boss, even though it's clearly Titans. Wrong, sir. Wrong. We can go right to the tower right now and show you with a trophy and show you who is the dominant frickin' class.
I mean, you were dominant last year, but we were dominant the year prior.
They're still salty about it. Hunters
You hold up. You want to talk about salt? Y'all were up and raving when Titans and Warlocks were ahead of y'all.
We're gonna show you why. We're gonna show you. We're gonna show you why in a second. They have a graph that I did see, and it's very interesting. We'll talk about it. Hunters took the gold last year. Celebrate one more time.
Okay, there. He's doing something.
Celebrate one more time, ladies and gentlemen. No memento.
Well, we all know he's got to be happy about the Hunters winning. You know, it's got to make up for the Eagles nonsense, right?
Listen.
Too soon?
One second.
Here? Wait, why is my phone going off? Oh, never mind.
Titan boss? Wrong. Where were we? We were talking about Hunters took the gold last year, so Warlocks and fellow Titans, it's time to suit up. This year, we're changing things up a bit. Ooh. We're also talking more about Season 17 reward changes, pool rotations, and more. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Guardian Games and beyond. Eyes up, Guardian. It's that time of year again. Next week, Guardian Games 2022 will kick off on May 3rd. And it's free for all players of Destiny 2. So if you do not have anything in Destiny, you just have the base core game, you can be a participant of Guardian Games. Tabasco.
Basky.
This event is a tradition and is a perfect excuse to get into that friendly, competitive spirit.
All right.
If you're a true believer, you know there is nothing true about that word right there in that sentence.
Nope. that's literally like Mario Party and Monopoly in a nutshell.
Well, the spirit of
Family
the spirit of the annual class battle remains the same. Guardian Games 2022 does have a few changes that players can look forward to. First things first, what determines the winner? Much like previous Guardian Games, participants will be tasked with depositing those hard-earned medallions at the podium in the tower. Okay, so we're still going to have to deposit the medallions that we get. You know the drill. Medallions can be earned by completing certain activities and mini-quests called contender cards and platinum cards. These activities are designed to be flexible, so if you've got the time, we've got those shiny medallions. So it'll be interesting to see where the medallions come from, but usually they were like all like regular playlist activities, etc. You fill your card up, you throw it in. I think a platinum card. Well, how did you have to get a platinum card again? What was that? Wasn't it a certain event you had to do?
So I think there were certain events, but they were also like because we get like those bounties, right? And completing certain bounties
Give you
would give us certain rewards. So like I think like the weekly bounties gave us like the top tier medallion, and then like the dailies and the repeatables gave like certain ones. But I think it was at least last year and the year prior, it was basically just bounty farming and triumph farming. But it looks like what they're doing this year, they're changing up how you get some of those, which is going to be nice with most of the stuff we do in general.
Here's your first look at the armor, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to get into that a little bit more, but the Guardian Games armor last year was a little, I mean, not bad. So higher tier medallions, which grant more points, can be earned in activities like raids, dungeons, competitive PvP, Trials of Osiris and Survival, and seasonal activities, PsyOps Battlegrounds on a higher difficulty and more. Lower tier medallions, which are important too, drop in content like Gambit, Vanguard Strike, Quick Play, Crucible, and other Throne World activities at the standard difficulty level. Gold medals can be earned by completing contender cards and easier activities, whereas platinum medals drop when platinum cards are completed on tougher content. Basically, play what you want, snatch those pinnacles, and scoop up some shiny medallions to bank at the tower. So again, higher level stuff, you get better stuff for playing the harder stuff. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say with that?
I was going to say, I wonder if that's like even after you've gotten like the initial one. So say like we do a dungeon run, right? And we get our platinum card from that. Do we get a platinum card every time we're doing a dungeon, or is it just like that one time? Like platinums are like one time deal for that week, or like when you run it the first time. If that made sense, like they're not farmable rewards.
I think they're farmable.
If they are, that's gonna be interesting.
I think that's what it was last year. You just kept doing the same thing and just trying to bank it. I think it's just
this is the first time we're seeing them involved with like raids and stuff.
True, we've never seen them with raids and dungeons last year. I thought did it.
I think dungeons, but not raids.
This is interesting. Something new coming to Guardian Games this year is strike scoring, which factors in playtime only for Guardian Games playlist. Additionally, we got strike medals, which are designed to reward players for pulling off some pretty impressive feats, like taking out a ton of enemies with a fancy little combat jig like Shatter. This should also help with players that feel like they are being matched with others that can just zip right through strikes. Why rush through when you can score some additional points by going ham and showing the bad guys what's up? I mean, I don't know. I usually kill everything anyway because I'm working on bounties or getting experience.
Same.
There are two Guardian Games playlists: training and competitive. And when you play matters. Let's break it down. Okay. This is new. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the place to be is the training playlist. Here you can earn practice scores, the combined score of your entire fire team. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, it's time to get sweaty in competitive playlist. This is where you'll earn exciting rewards. Players can earn buffs in recreational training and competitive playlists by ranking bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. These last until the the next weekly reset. I was going to say upset. You can use these buffs in regular Vanguard Ops playlist. Okay, so let's go through this again. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you go into the training playlist.
Right.
Practice, earn the scores, the combined score of your and fire team. Okay. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, it's time to get sweaty in the competitive playlist. This is where you'll earn exciting rewards. Players can earn buffs in recreational, training, and competitive playlists by ranking bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. Then you have those buffs until the next reset. And you can use them in Vanguard Ops.
Okay, so what I think this is kind of translating to is, so you know how like in like some of the older gen games and stuff, like when you finish a level or something, you get like your ranking, right? So like S rank being like the top tier, and then kind of like, you know, going lower and lower. So I think based off like your individual performance as well is kind of like what's going to constitute that. So like, say for example, you're going through a strike and you killed X amount of enemies and you didn't die, or you did this much damage to the boss and stuff. So I feel like the individual things that we kind of tend to look over on the norm is now going to be taken into consideration. At least that's what I'm thinking at first glance when I see this. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we kind of get like, you know, like the chill vibe.
You're just doing your stuff.
Yeah, you're kind of doing it normal. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is when like the real shit starts.
You want to go and get freaking into it.
Yeah.
So it's like a prep. It's like, okay, we got practice during the week and then the games are on the weekend.
And I feel like this is going to be one of those ones where it's like, so I wonder if how they're going to do it this year, because I think it was 2 years ago. This is when the heir apparent got was the reward, and you had to like you had to complete every single triumph on the event to get it.
Yes.
So if you had 3 characters, you were able to stack up those and knock them out pretty quickly. Otherwise, you were like just waiting for each weekly reset to do that. So I wonder if because of these changes, you're gonna see more people staying on like their main characters, and this includes like, you know, folks like me where like, you know, we bounce between 3 of them, where it's like, hey, like this week I am just playing on my Titan to get as much progression on that. You got Warlock main sticking on their Warlock, you got Hunter main sticking on their Hunters, and it's really gonna come down to like how much time each person is putting into their character and what they're like completing these tasks and whatnot, what they want to get reward wise.
This is the only month out of the Destiny year, the Destiny calendar, that I will not play any of the other 2 characters. Like literally from May 3rd to May 24th, I will not play any other character. Every day will be Hunter. It does not matter. Like that is it. I will not go into a raid with another one. I will not. No. Again, friendly competition. Players will be able to unlock torches to light in the tower based on their highest score past a certain threshold. For example, lighting the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum torches grants rewards and a glow that can be seen on the right shoulder of your Guardian's armor, so you can feel extra pretty. Lighting the torch is monumental when it comes to Guardian Games experience, and we want Guardians in Destiny 2 to feel significance of the game. For any personal medallion deposits, there's some more glow action on the way with an accompanying left shoulder glow as well. Any progress is an accomplishment, and we want you to feel proud the time you put it on. So this is kind of like the wreath thing that they had. They had like the thing on top of their head last year, like the Greek-looking thing, right? Wasn't that there like a little thing if you got platinum or something like that, or gold or platinum, bronze, it would like glow on top of your head?
It wasn't so much that, it was your mark. So the Hunters, you know, like their cloak would have a glow.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's what that was.
Okay. So torches, so you get to light the torches and stuff like that, and they make this fun. It's a fun little event. Okay, we got armor. All right, we got the armor set. Time to spend your money. The first time I saw this, by the way, I thought this was a piece of this confetti flying around, but that's actually part of the helmet. Their little eyepiece. This is your Hunter. Can't wait to rock it.
I love the Titan one.
This is your Titan one. Sleek, Have we finally found our sleek Titan run build that we wanted to make us look like a hunter?
Wonder how it's gonna look on the male Titans, because a lot of these armor stuff, they always have them on the female Titans. And I'll say again, like, the armor always looks, any armor piece always looks nicer on the female Titan. It's not super freaking bulky, like, crazy.
I like the helmet. Like, this is not, no, it's always sleek. I think Guardian Games last year, the Titan one was sleek too. I think it's like kind of like athletic looking.
Yeah,
like it's like an athletic looking thing. Wait, the Warlock last year, didn't it have that like fencing sword or something like that?
Yeah, it had
that was the glow
sword
or something like that. Like, it was really weird.
Yeah, I didn't like the helmet for that one, but this one, the helmet actually looks kind of nice on this one.
On the Warlock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the arms.
The Titan one looks good. Hunter one looks good. It's all about the cloak in the Hunter one. Like, is this cloak covers the face up a little bit, but that's pretty cool that there's going to be like a glow inside there. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else.
The arms
on the legs
nice
too. On the legs, it's going to kind of glow around the legs and on the arms. Titan one, obviously, the mark's going to be glowing, and this may be a little bit interesting, seeing how it shades. And then around the helmet, that's pretty cool. Around the face mask and the helmet, very Halo-ish in a sense, like a Halo mask minus the size of the size of the actual face shield.
Yes.
I like it. I think all three look really good. I mean, I'm not picky. I like. Yeah.
Yeah, they
made
all
the hunter look have a
got
badass pose though. Like these other two, like the hunter's like, yeah, we're us, and yeah, kind of cheesy. Overall structure for Guardian Games is designed to focus on a skill level, meaning that higher scores are achieved by taking on tougher activities, defeating enemies, staying alive, and completing an activity in a timely manner. New bounties have also been thrown in for this year's festivities to help players feel inspired to engage in the Guardian Games Strike and Battlegrounds playlist. A little nudge from players to engage with the event-specific Vanguard medallion system, if you will. So it sounds like all the bounties are going to be Vanguard specific.
Most likely are tied into like that playlist, which is good because before it was like you had to like do something obscure in like a completely random location, and a lot of it you were waiting for like world spawns to kick in. So like for example, I think it was this before we lost Mercury, but we had to kill like X amount of vets or something, and there's only one Vet's Lost sector there, and you had to get like melee ability kills or something. So that was easier on the Titan and the Warlock, but I actually felt bad for hunters there.
But that's where you go. Like again, it's about where can I benefit the most and get the most out of it.
Mm-hmm. One thing I'll say hunters need, and this kind of goes after what we had talked about a little bit in the group chat yesterday. They need, and I'll just talk on this real quick. They need some type of ability that's similar to the Warlock and Titan in regards to like a melee ability.
When we see Solar 3.0, we'll have a little bit of stuff. But we talked about this a little bit. Me, Sam, and Cookie talked a little bit about this. And the Hunter's Solar, again, you have Golden Gun, which is good, but like we've seen what Void 3.0 can do. Like Solar, the Hunters need a new Solar, like secondary super. Blade Barrage was neat when it came out, like all those years ago in D2 when it launched. It's not a Well of Radiance. It's not a Thunder Crash. The only thing that Hunters compare with, which was one of their first original ones, was its bottom tree, not Hawk Moon, Celestial Nighthawk. Like that's how, and that's one shot, and you gotta hit the crit with it. You know, Warlocks right now, you look at theirs, like, I mean, Hunter's got a Great Void super now. They got a Great Stasis super. Their Arc super. underwhelming for a DPS phase. Great for ad clearing. And their solar, like, yeah, that one's a major DPS, but you hit it, it's good. But you want something else that could, like, be like a wreak havoc on there, like something that, like, shoots flames up from the ground, like they do it, or like when they're near somebody and they proc it, it just blows up a certain radius around them or something like that. Like if you're caught in that radius, you're freaking screwed. I don't know.
Imagine, hear me out. You know, so you know how like in Void, right? The hunters have like their little dive thing that floats everybody around them. Imagine they had,
dive.
yeah. Imagine like they had for a solar super, right? Imagine they had one where it's like they kind of contrary to like the Titan Slam, right? But they do something of that sort, and it surrounds the area with like a wave, like a moving wave of a solar, or
like a heat wave type thing, like it expounds out.
Yeah,
almost you can kind of take a look at it as if they took I think it's in Festival of the Lost when it's the certain, when you have the solar buff, when you pick up all those things, and it sits there, and you have solar burn the whole time. You can literally just stand in a pool of enemies, and if you have that on, it's just poof poof, and things are just burning around you. Like, how awesome would that be? Like, I don't need a major DPS. Tweak the gunslinger a little bit. But
it needs something with like just kind of AOE that doesn't focus, that doesn't need a lot of like precision and focusing, because like, you know, even with your tether, you still gotta like, you know, kind of point where you want it to. If you're your blade barrage, you still gotta like kind of point a general area you want it to, but it's not like you can just throw it and something's gonna track towards it.
Well, I mean, look at the Titan Arc Slam. Look at the Titan Solar. I mean, Titans, you can talk on the other hand, too. Like, they only have really like one good DPS super, which is freaking Missile Titan. Like, that's it. I think Warlocks in the super category are the kings. I mean, look at
Warlocks have the best like DPS doing supers.
I mean, you have Chaos Reach, you have Nova Bomb, you have Solar, which has two good ones. You have Wall of Radiance.
Yep.
And then freaking Dawnblade, which they're gonna nerf some of that. But again, you have those things. Like, what do Titans have as far as like that could really cause chaos?
Not too much. I mean, like, so like for the Void, right? They got like the banner shield. A lot of it is support based.
So they're support based for that.
Yeah. So OG. So like I'm thinking like back to like Forsaken time frame. But one of major things that Solar Titans could do was with their Heart of
Innermost Light.
Innermost Light or something of that's Hallowfire Heart. Sorry, Hallowfire Heart chest piece. And then they would go up and shoulder charge the boss, and that would cause like a weakening debuff. So that was like one of the main things. And you see that sometimes in OG Ribbon Cheeses, where it'd be like, all right, we need a Solar Titan to go and debuff it so we can do more damage to it. That was the most that Solar Titans could do, but like you don't see a lot of like that's double Ballerina Titan with the hammer anymore. You don't see a lot of top tree Solar Titans. You see a lot of bottom tree Solars for PvP, but aside from like PvE wise, like you're most likely gonna find like either a bubble or a Missile Titan. And that's really it.
More to come on that one. That's a tangent.
Yes.
The overall structure of Guardian games is designed to focus on skill level, meaning that higher scores are achieved by taking on tougher activities, defeating enemies, staying alive, and completing any activity in a timely manner. We already talked about that before we went on our run. New bounties, we talked about this, a little nudge. Okay, since there's a nifty new content this year, we've also updated our Contender and Platinum cards, as well as our medallion rewards from completing those new challenges. New raid, check. Legendary Lost Masters, Lost Sectors, check. New seasonal contact check. Yep, also check. Okay, so there are all the new stuff they added in, obviously. You can choose to spend your time in newer content, but it is not required to participate. More options, more ways to play. Keep it fun, keep it fresh, but also keep the core spirit alive of what Guardian Games is. And that's a community-wide effort to show off some class love and the Hunters winning again. That's not actually in the TWAB.
Oh, hold up.
That's something that I put in there. Let's get to the rewards, shall we? We always love loot. What are they? For those that have an affinity for submachine guns. Right?
Oh yeah.
The title is a new legendary sub archetype that will be available during the event. According to Jason Briggs, a test lead at Bungie, the title is a Hake Void SMG for the energy slot that is an aggressive frame with a unique origin perk, Classy Contender, which grants class ability energy with final blows from this weapon. It has a wide range of perks that can roll with it, and players have many opportunities to earn fully masterwork drops with double perks in both the third and fourth columns. I'm intrigued.
This makes me, since it's a Void SMG, and with that origin trait, you know who I think is really going to benefit from that? Warlocks.
With the Rift, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, another Void SMG. Will it take over Funnel Web? Maybe the ability thing may come into play. Depends on how you get a roll.
Yeah.
It looks like it'll be interesting to see what the RPM is on it. They didn't make mention of that.
So aggressive frames usually are about like in the high 20s in terms of like magazine size.
Yeah, but what is the RPM? 600?
A lot. Usually I can check that real quick while we continue this.
You actually may find out on Light GG now if they data mined it.
Probably.
Because you know it's sitting there. They did background maintenance again today, and if it starts next week, you know it's sitting there loaded, ready to go. More than likely, yeah. It reminds me of Cold Front a little bit. I think Cold Front was in. Here, hold on a second.
What I'm looking at from what I sent you, 750 RPM.
So guys, don't mind the mess of a vault we're about to see here, because golly, is it nasty? We're just gonna.
Yeah. What I'm.
Go ahead.
I was saying the SMG, 750 RPM.
Yeah. Okay. Look at his vault.
27 round magazine by default.
Submission aggressive frame?
Yeah.
So like Forensic Nightmare, multi-mox and aggressive frame too, right?
I think so. I think the Forensic one I think is a precision frame. Multi-match and aggressive frame.
So again, it kind of looks like the Cold Front here a little bit.
The Gambit SMG is an aggressive frame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's 750. Okay. So we'll see. Again, Funnel Web is king right now as far as SMGs go. That and Osteo Striga. But you're going to get fully masterwork. You don't have to, hopefully, if you farm the right things. Class items can also be earned as well as another shot at Heir Apparent and its Catalyst. So the sandbox is about to get a little more interesting during Guardian Games celebration. Oh, we're not getting a new exotic with it. Oh. But LMGs are getting a buff. Mm-hmm. Oh, and did we mention that players that score in the top 10% of the end of the event will get a spiffy new emblem to show off? Yeah, we got that too. Wait, what?
Top 10%.
Top 10%. Ooh.
Bungie's really trying to make me no life this, are they?
I lowered my seat because I got too excited by that. Wow. Interesting. I looked at these before I even read it. I was like, wow, the emblem looks awesome, by the way. Like, that is a sweet, awesome emblem. Top 10%. You get this. Mm-hmm. Love to have it. Probably won't get it. I like the medieval theme.
Yeah, I do like that vibe.
They make it very Olympic-ish. This is their Olympics.
More or less, yeah.
The emblem for the player that scores in the top 10% will be awarded after we combine their highest scores from each week. When the event ends, the combined score will determine Who made it to the top of the player base for Guardian games? This will unlock a special triumph and boom, emblem awarded. Okay. So go for it. Top 10% of a million is what? 100,000?
Something like that, I guess.
So if you're in the top 100,000 out of a million people, you'll get it.
Oh.
Right?
You know what we're doing next week?
The whole month is going to be away. We waste our whole month on Guardian games. May is that's Guardian games.
How am I spending my birthday? Guardian games.
Yeah. We're gonna be fighting. We're gonna literally, and we won't play together either. See, that's the thing, because that's what sucks. Like, we won't play together because I'll be helping Titans, and I don't want to be helping Titans.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Just joking.
I mean, I was gonna say you beat me to it. I mean, what?
Oof. With every player having their own unique playstyle, most have a main class. And I know the man on the other side of this microphone is as well.
Yes.
You're a what, Cookie?
I'm a Titan.
Unfortunate.
Damn. I would also like to point out that I have not said one actual bad thing about. Okay, correction. I said one, but that was valid.
Listen, I talked a lot of trash last year during Guardian games, and we won. So I'm going to talk it again this year because it seemed to work. So and everybody's going to be out for us hunters this year. So you know what? We're just going to sit there and just be like, bro, what? See the trophy still sitting there? Number 1, brother.
He needs this, chat. He needs this. Hunters need this. They need to feel valid.
Listen, I don't have much I don't have much. I have a bunch of subpar trophies because obviously.
Well, that's what I said. The hunters need to feel validated. They need to feel like they matter.
Give us one thing.
Understandable.
We get shitty supers. We get nerfed all the time. Just give us a trophy inside the tower.
Well, I mean, blame your hunter community on that because they're always hyping up the hunter master race, and it's like, all right, well,
we're gonna show the hunter master race here in a second. We're gonna show the hunter master race here in a second. With this is awesome, but does mean that not every class has the same number of Guardians competing for that Guardians game win. Last year's game including a 10% catch-up buff that allowed for each class to have a fighting chance, regardless of how many players in that class pool. Literally, they were giving the Titans and Warlocks buffs in score to try to keep up with us. Just saying.
Yeah, because more people play Hunters. So if they base it off just like the actual players of this character and whatnot alone, then of course Hunters would win by default. It ain't much of a competition there.
This was to encourage players to feel that they have an equal footing regarding competition, and it seemed to work out pretty well in the end. But there's always room to make improvements. You knew they were going to say that. So this year, each team's score multiplier will start with whatever value they ended on during last year's festivities. Titans, having placed third in most days, will have the largest boost. Warlocks, with the second most days in third place, will get a moderate boost. Hunters, having placed third in the least, will get the smallest boost. Little added bonus includes a minor 4% bump to their multiplier for the class in second place, with a 10% bump for those in third place. Now, that is just week by week, right? And then it goes...
I believe so. I'm not 100%...
I think they're just saying in the first week you're getting that boost, and it's going to go off of how the games ended last year. And then at the first Tuesday reset, they'll see who's in first, second, third, and then they apply the buffs accordingly to who's in first, second, and third.
Well, they're not saying by a weekly basis. That's why I think that's going to be for the actual event.
That's so you're going to have a 10%. Titans are going to have a 10% boost the whole time.
If I'm reading that correctly, that's what it's looking like because they're not saying anything about a weekly change. But again, remember, in terms of numbers of personnel, Titans are outnumbered.
Where's your
even
peeps?
What's up?
Where's your peeps?
Whereas my peeps, I don't know. I don't speak for all Titans. I'm just speaking in general. Like
Tabasco, they need you, Tabasco.
But
Cookie.
yeah, no, like I think that's probably how that's gonna be. But majority of people I know that play the game religiously are mainly hunters. So I don't think they'll have like a real like a major like setback or anything based on that. Because again, like at first it may start out fine, but as the month progresses, there might be like a decline on performance from Titans and Warlocks. Or it might be Uno reversal where we start off slow and then out of nowhere like it comes up.
We'll see it. I'll be interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean as long as I get like PvE/PvP SMG, that's all I care about. I get my win.
We heard you like graphs in the last TWAB, so we're throwing one in for good measure to break down participation rates of the 3 classes since the launch of Witch Queen. Seen below, this graph breaks down the time spent for all 3 classes ramping up towards this year's Guardian Games since the launch of the Witch Queen, February 22nd, ladies and gentlemen. Giving us a little more insight to where everyone is these days and what sort of class they're in engagement.
So I'm guessing blue is Hunter. Oh yeah, it says it right there. Wow. So yeah, Titans are at the bottom.
Canada, good evening, sir. What are we doing? We are reading the TWAB. This is called Tater TWAB. We like tater tots and we like TWAB. This week at Bungie. So me and Cookie are sitting here reading it. We're just looking right now at how much more people like playing Hunter than Titans. 25% of the player population. 27, 8%. You guys got up near 30%.
Yeah, I mean, again, like that's just where it's at. Most people, they enjoy playing like their hunters or their warlocks.
They love that invis. They love that invis.
I mean, like I saw in trials last week, and almost every hunter I ran into was invisible.
Canada, how you doing, brother? Canada, how is your week going, brother? How's Little Man? As mentioned in previous TWAB, Guardian Game starts off next Tuesday, May 3rd, and will run until May 24th. About 3 weeks, right?
It should be. It's usually about a month. Yeah. May 3rd to May 24th. Yeah, that's about 3 weeks.
Guardian Games Cup, a new way to win. Okay. With the Guardian Games on the horizon. Actually, I need to take a quick break real quick. Do you want to continue reading?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Let me know when you're ready. Okay.
Good.
All right, folks. So, with Guardian Games on the horizon, we are excited to see the 3 classes battle it out once more. But that doesn't mean that the game has to be limited to just in-game. Oh, nay. We're very excited. Oh, nay. Wow. All right. We're very excited that Guardian Games Cup is happening at the same time, and it is a brand new out-of-game event that ups the ante for a bit and for a good cause. Okay, we're touching something new here.
Okay, so what is this now?
So they're having from first glance, it sounds like there's going to be like some type of like charity thing going on alongside with this. And it's like another way for again, for first glance, it looks like there's going to be something going on outside a game where that'll translate to what you have in the game in terms of score for your class. From May 3rd to May 24th, some of your favorite streamers will team up from around the world, a whopping 42 teams across 14 territories in total, duking it out to show why Titans are the best. Oh wait, I can't say that. Ha! Insert your favorite class here. Deserve the shiny gold medallion. The top team will even win a custom digital piece by Gamma Trap but why stop there? Guardian Games Cup will be yet another amazing charity initiative with the Bungie Foundation. There it is. And because of that, there will be some prizes both in and out of Destiny 2 for participants to enjoy when donations are made to Direct Relief. One of those prizes even includes a rad piece of artwork from the incredibly talented Therian Art. We'll have more to share soon, including which teams you can cheer on as they go for the gold. It'll be a good time filled with friendly competition. Friendly, there it is. And camaraderie. There it is again. We hope you join us. Okay.
So, from May 3rd to May 24th, their streamers are going to team up from around the world, whopping 42 teams across 4. So they already have teams and that's all lined up. So this isn't something that we can actively participate in.
No.
Duking it out, show why Titans are the blah blah blah. We're just gonna skip that part. They should have kept that out of there. But the top team will even win a custom digital piece by Gamma Trap, and why stop there? Get another major charity incentive. I wonder, this will be cool if. How many teams?
42 teams, I think.
You can go and your team is a team of hunters, and it's a team of titans, and it's a team of warlocks, and you go in and your charity donation somehow affects what's going on inside the game. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, I'm all for it. Like, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care who wins Guardian Games. You know who's winning? The Bungie Foundation and their mission, because I mean that is what it all comes down to. He has the sniffles.
This is the first time they're doing that this year too. Because
this is a new thing. Yeah, they've never done anything like this. So as Guardians game comes, so a little competition with streamers out in the content creator world. I like this.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. I like it. See, we both agree. Anything for charity, ladies and gentlemen. Anything for charity.
Yeah, I mean that's really all. That's what it should come down to, with that stuff. And I think that's why I'm glad they're taking that initiative, this year, because let's be honest. I mean, like, we have our fun banter, but there's some people that take this stuff like to a whole new level. And that's not what this is all about. This is all about making some memories and not just doing something, good for, whatever class you play, but really doing something good for someone out there that, could really use the help, or for some sort of cause that, maybe means something important to you or a loved one, right?
100% correct. And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say here, before you hit that sub, that donation or anything else like that, bits or anything else like that, go to organizations like the Bungie Foundation, St. Jude's, Stack Up, like those things like that. Take that $5 you're gonna give to me and give it to that. Like, like that's what matters, ladies and gentlemen. Like, that will mean more to me than a thing going off in the air, because you know what, it's going there anyway. If you don't know it, it's still going there anyway. It's just going through me and then to there. So
yeah, it's like a hop and a skip. But at least if they do it directly, it's going right to there instead of having to wait. It is.
I mean, and I know me and you have talked about this, and a lot of people that don't know, like, I mean, I know myself. I mean, I'm not going to sit and tell you how many donations I made last year, but what you guys do as a community for me, and I know Cookie's the same page, like, it goes back to when I want to make a donation for something. Like, Bungie just had their thing for Ronald McDonald House in Seattle, Washington. We're gonna get a fancy new thing for $50. All right, guess where that came from? You guys did that, not me, because I set that aside, and then that's what I use it for. So that's just saying. You guys are still doing it. So if you think about it first, go over there. Go over to the Bungie Foundation. Okay, go to Bungie.net and go to Bungie Foundation. All right, Cook, go ahead.
Oh, I'm on my porch. Keep going.
Oh, okay, my turn. Excellent. Okay. A little more in-game weapon love. Yes, we love weapons. With the new season comes new rewards. The next season is going to be a doozy, and we want you to experience the story and its surprises on your own. No spoilers here. Well, with that being said, we did want to share some of the rewards that are coming down the pipeline. With Season 17, ritual weapons available when ranking up will be the heavy machine gun, Chain of Command. Like previous seasons, this reputationally driven reward will come with a unique ornament that depends on the vendor. I just got the shotgun because now all my vendors I've run through at least once with that. So this is the this is called what was it again? Chain of Command. We're gonna pause the music real quick because this is a video. Oh, just showing all the different ones. Okay, let's look at that again. There's Gambit one, Crucible, Vanguard.
I like the Crucible one.
I like the Gambit one.
Yeah, Gambit and Vanguard usually are top tier. Crucible, the
Crucible one's slick. I like the Crucible one.
It's slick. It's just the orange. Someone needs to talk to Zavala about his obsession with
the
orange.
Vanguard one. The
Vanguard one.
The Vanguard one is just like it looks like It looks like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes, or or Gustav the Railway Gun. You're never gonna be able to unsee that.
It's already in the vid, so we're good. I'm not editing that out. Crucible, mandated artillery ornament, Gambit insubordination ornament, and Vanguard standard regulation ornament. For those itching for new playlist weapons, Crucible, rapid Riptide fusion rifle. So in the Crucible, we're getting a fusion rifle when they're nerfing them.
No. Why?
They're nerfing them. Gambit, we're getting deadweight shotgun, and Vanguard strident whistle bow. Ooh. New bow. We got a new one this year with the seasonal content. For Nightfall drops, includes both standard and adept versions. Cookie sent me a picture of this already. Mm-hmm. Making a reprieve. Horror's least pulse rifle, DFA hand cannon.
Horror's release was so nice, but that Nightfall was such a pain to go through.
Getting some reprised Nightfall weapons. And finally, Trials of Osiris. Here's the new weapons for Trials of Osiris. Forgiveness sidearm. Burden of Guilt fusion rifle. The Messenger pulse rifle and Sharu's Wrath will be leaving the season 17 pool, so get it now. I tried last Saturday, and failed miserably. But we had some fun.
Should get a freelance coming in tomorrow.
We'll have more to share about season 17 closer launch date, but for now, those are the new PPUs to look forward to. Player support report. Okay, we'll go through this real quick. Another update for Rockstar's over player support team this week. They're offering an update on the broken barrier emblem. Known issues and usual maintenance schedule. This is a report. Hotfix 4.0.1.2. We're going to get that next Tuesday. Destiny server pages, maintenance will be brought offline. They're going to put the hotfix in. Broken Barrier Emblem has been added to accounts for players who participated in Festival of the Lost Armor Ornament vote. Oh, they finally put... Oh, okay, that's the one that we got. We'll have to rock that. I'm assuming that's going to come next Tuesday, or has been added, so it's already in there. I don't have the game up, so we'll look for it when we go in the game.
Oh, I have no idea. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I'll look when we go in game. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's the latest that they're working on. Attempting to cast a Nova Pulse too soon after entering Nova Warp will cause the cast to fail. RIP. Casting Nova Pulse with Iowa Nova Wrap Super Energy may cause players to be removed from their super prior to the ability damage being dealt. Annius Ward Titan exotic leg armor does not change glow color based on the equipped subclass. Weapons and UI elements may not successfully load when player enters Mindscape and Psyops Battlegrounds. That's it. We have some films. You guys can go watch that over there. Looks like a Master of Destiny 2. We have a Justice Destiny fan film. We don't know if music are in there. Matrix, but in Destiny. Okay, and then some art. Ooh, look at that tattoo.
Pretty nice.
pyramid ship and a traveler, and you have all the planets in between. Huh. Pretty sick art. Look at these armor sets. Like, people are so creative.
Yep. I kind of wish Bungie would take some.
This is pretty freaking sick here.
About.
Got a picture of Rolk in the background with a fire team going in to take him on. That's pretty freaking sick. Bungie Foundation strikes again in a good way. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Bungie Foundation continues to shine a bright light on sometimes bleak world, and we're not just saying that to sound edgy or existential. There is a lot of good that comes from this initiative, including a heartwarming milestone race for the Ronald McDonald House. We've got a Bungie Foundation Christine Edwards here with the latest update. She says, the Bungie community never ceases to amaze us, and yes, this is 100% true. This is why I love the game and love the community. You all exceeded our past fundraising goals with a whopping $306,820 raised for Ronald McDonald's House. Let's go. That equates to over 10,000 nights for families to stay in a safe and welcoming environment so that they can focus on their child's healing. Let that sink in for a second. 10,000 nights. Let's think about how many years. With the average family staying at the house for 2 months, so 60 days, you've ensured that roughly 170 families will have all of their needs cared for throughout the entire course of their child's treatment. That is freaking awesome, and they said it right there. I'd like to share a message from Ronald McDonald House Director Vanessa Kirk Briley. Each year, we are overwhelmed with the gratitude and generosity to the gaming community. Destiny players embrace the annual Kilts for Kids fundraiser and have raised more than $300,000 already this year to help support the families in the Seattle and Anchorage Ronald McDonald houses. Fantastic. For the little lights. For the kids. Part of our little prize you earned through your donation. Please expect emails from us no later than May 6th with the redemption details. This was a shader that you got for donating a minimum of $50. Mm-hmm. Say it before we'll continue to say it. If your hands down the best community out there, yes. Thank you for continuing to demonstrate your compassion and generosity. It's making the world a better place. Bungie Foundation has ongoing charities all year long, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you can go over to that page and do that. So they wrap it up saying it's not a novel like they showed that they had last week. Before we let you go, we have one more thing. Trials is science lovers out there. The next Trials Labs will be directly impacted by you. On May 3rd, players will receive an email from Bungie that will allow you to vote on which map you'd like to see in their next rotation. On May 5th, the vote will close and the winning map will be revealed in next week's TWAB. My best RuPaul's drag voice, you're a winner, babe. I don't even know. The voting poll will look like this. You'll click on the picture of the map you want to play. Next, and then that's one vote towards the next featured battlefield for Trials of Osiris. So it looks like what do we have here?
We got Vostok on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
We've got one of the Mercury ones in the middle, and then we have a like a vet simulation map.
This
there.
one,
so
this
one on the
one's...
right is annoying as heck.
Yeah,
there's too many like sharp corners to turn.
They haven't had Vostok in there yet, have they?
Vostok hasn't been on there yet, but I think more people are going to go for the middle one because that's the more like competitive one.
I like it. Give them the vote, and then nobody can bitch.
Yeah. Oh, people still find a way to.
Always, but majority of people won't. Clips and matches. Trials Live vote between now and then. Starting voting. See clip Bungie.net. We know that emails are still an important issue. Some players want to know, looking at alternative way to fun things to do in the future. In the meantime, we've been a few troubleshooting techniques. Also, there's another small writer. DMG is taking so much deserved time off for the next year. Yeah, he's on vacation. Here to help. Blah blah blah. Anyway, bye. Let's go hippie. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Tater TWAB. April 28th, 2022.
Pretty chill one today.
Nice job, Cook.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you again, brother. See you
Yeah, no
guys
problem.
next week